I just got a couple things to say about lithium-ion batteries. A lot of people are on the fence. Well, I don't know. They're dangerous. Blah 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 blah. I don't know. I don't really know. And you know what? I don't know either. They got some safety stuff on them. Battery monitoring system, short BMS, bowel movement situation. I don't know. Anyway, I guess they aren't, as far as danger-wise, as dangerous as they once were, as if they were ever dangerous at all. But just say, whatever. That out of the way. People are on the fence. Well, I can save a lot of weight with lithium-ion batteries. Yeah. And I have one in this bike. It's a Super Glide Harley, and, it's not made anymore, this particular. They may bring back the Super Glide name, but it won't be a twin cam. It won't be. Anyway, all that to say this. This bike shakes a lot. The reasons why I put it in this bike and none of our other bikes. This bike shakes like a dog crap in a rusty anchor chain. And it's got a plastic battery box in it. And the factory battery on this bike is very heavy. So, and there's another reason too, cold cranking amps. The factory batteries, the lead acid batteries, don't have the cold cranking amps that this lithium ion battery do, or other lithium ion batteries that are made to fit in Harley Davidson. So there's two things. Light, I don't want it busting, bouncing up and down, that heavy battery busting the battery box, because that could lead to a bad day. And then, just the cranking, cold cranking amps, allows the engine to spin over faster, less strain on the starter, and yada yada. So, for this bike, it was right. The total capacity is not what a lead acid battery is. In other words, you can't lay on a starter, forget you got the ignition on with the lights on, whatever the case. This doesn't have the capacity for, it's just being run down. You're going to run it, lose it, which brings me to another thing. All right, you probably, now maybe with the new BMS, you might be okay. I don't know, but I wouldn't jump start a lithium ion battery. Typical jump start situation. I wouldn't do that. And I think way back they recommended you not to do that because they get a little ornery. So you save a couple pounds. That's the only reason why you're buying a lithium ion battery, because you're saving a couple pounds. Look, I could go on a diet. I really could use a lot less weight on me. But if you're that worried about less weight, go on a frickin' diet. What did it take you? A couple days to lose the amount of... It's just my opinion. Unless you have a definite need for a lithium-ion battery, such as I've explained with this bike, you're probably better off with the factory lead acid. Unless, you're skin and bones, eyeballs, teeth, and asshole, and you can't lose any weight, you're worried about this, then by all means, if your bike's on a major weight reduction, every little bit counts. The other thing negative about lithium ion is when they get cold, like in the Northeast here, somewhere, else in the country, North Central, Northwest Coast, whatever, when they get cold, they don't have the cold cranking that you need. You got to go through what they call wake up. And that requires turning the lights on the bike, turn the ignition on, lights on, put a load on that battery. Well, here we go with the downside again. Sometimes on the newer bikes, if your engine isn't running, the freaking headlight doesn't come on. So, and you got LEDs almost every newer bikes, so you're not really putting a draw on that battery. So now you got to do what they tell you not to do, and that is try and crank the engine when the battery isn't woke up. Anyway, you get the idea. My experience is my opinion, but these are the things I think about with lithium ion. It's good for some, not so much for others. Do research, yada yada. See what you think. Do what you want to do. I like it in this bike.